Hey guys, it's Threasto. Welcome back to episode 2 of Fixing Subscriber Lighting. Today we have my man Polaris's map over here, and he wants me to do his lighting for him. So, that's what I'm here for. I got you, man. Hopefully like how it turns out in the end. He said he didn't really tell me much about his lighting or anything he really wants changed. So I think he's just giving me free creative freedom to kind of make it look like good, I guess. That's all I really need to do. But like what I did with the last video, I'll kind of talk to you guys and tell you what I'm doing as we go through it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy that video. Remember, if you do want to be featured in a future video and want me to fix your lighting, remember to subscribe, leave a comment, join the Discord, and hit me up. And you could be in a future video, who knows. Anyways, let's get started. Let's look at what we're working with right now. So looks like he has a couple things. He has a skybox, he has blur and color correction, and sun rays. I think I'm gonna go ahead and remove that blur. Let's check these other things. Color correction, I'll leave the color correction because we can work off of that. Sun rays, basic sun rays, okay. Alright, so I messaged him and he said he just wants some basic lighting that'll work for every zone, so we don't have to do specific lighting for every zone. But first what we're gonna do is we are gonna change some of these values. I don't like how the specular is all the way up and the diffuse, so we're gonna turn these down a little bit. Ambience, leave it neutral so we can leave it there. Color shift top, kinda like what he had already. Some of these are actually not too bad. He has a negative exposure, which is a little interesting, but as you can see his lighting's kind of bright already, so he doesn't really need the exposure. To 3, and then we could turn the exposure up a little bit, but we're still going to keep it a negative value. We'll keep it about there. I think that'll work. Add a atmosphere real quick, but we will make this a little more dense, or a little less dense, my bad. For color correction, make it a little brighter, and then we'll go ahead and add some contrast, some more contrast. Be a little bit, okay, that's in between. Next, I think we'll go ahead and add some bloom, and because he has some neons, and maybe we increase the threshold a little bit, and then decrease the size. But this is pretty bright. I don't even know there's a texture on there now. I'm gonna have to decrease the brightness a little bit. Okay, there was a texture, but I think because of the exposure, a little bit unfortunate. So we're gonna head and do that. For contrast, I think we could use a little more contrast, maybe. I think we'll leave it on there for now. It could look fine. Color correction, maybe have a tint color that's a little bit like that. That look good. Okay, that's looking a little better. Next, we're gonna go ahead back in here and make this value a little bit like that. Actually, we'll leave it all the way up. In future, I like the future, but it's not too well for performance, so maybe. I mean, you could leave it in future, but I mean, I guess it's just personal opinion, so I don't want to mess around with it too much, because I think he probably likes the future like that. Now I'm liking where this looks now, but I still think I could do a little more with it to make it look a little better. So I'm gonna mess around with the color tints a little bit. There we go. I think that looks a lot better. I'm gonna mess around with the sun a little more. And I'm gonna start with the sun rays because I haven't really touched those yet. Decrease the spread a little bit. Decrease the intensity. I think that looks best. I'm sure we'll increase the spread a little bit, but there we go. I think that is looking pretty nice. Alright, so did a little more with the lighting, but I think this looks good. I'm gonna ask him what he thinks of it and see if he wants anything changed, and then we'll go ahead and finalize it. Alright guys, he's very satisfied, so I consider that a success. If you guys want to be featured in one of these videos in the future, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and join the Discord, and hit me up, and let me know if you want to be in one, and I might pick you, and I might revamp your map's lighting. So anyways, peace.